Hey everyone, Calvin Davis here with Key Renter Richmond Property Management. If you own rental property anywhere in Virginia, it is absolutely critical that you understand the laws that affect landlords. Because here's the truth. Many landlords violate rental laws every single year. Not because they're bad landlords, but because they simply didn't know the rules. And in Virginia, getting it wrong can mean delayed evictions, losing your right to withhold a security deposit, or even facing legal penalties. So today, I'm going to walk you through 4 laws Virginia landlords should know to protect their property and their income. If you find this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more Virginia landlord tips. Let's jump in. Law number 1, Virginia eviction laws. Eviction in Virginia is very process-driven. You cannot simply change locks, you cannot shut off utilities, and you cannot remove a tenant without going through the court system. For non-payment of rent, Virginia requires landlords to serve a 5-day pay or quit notice. That means the tenant has 5 days to pay the full balance owed or vacate the property. If they don't do either, you then file an unlawful detainer in General District Court. From there, the timeline depends on court scheduling. And if the tenant contests the eviction, it can take longer. Here's the key. If you make a mistake in the notice, could be a wrong amount, improper delivery, wrong timeline, your eviction can be dismissed and you have to start over. At Key Renter Richmond, we handle eviction filings and notices in strict compliance with Virginia law, so our clients avoid costly delays. Evictions are procedural. You either follow the steps exactly or you pay for it later. Law 2, security deposit laws in Virginia. Security deposits are heavily regulated under the Virginia Residential Landlord and Tenant Act. Here are the big rules. You can charge up to 2 months' rent as a security deposit. You must return the deposit within 45 days after the tenant vacates. You must provide an itemized list of deductions if you withhold any portion. If you fail to return the deposit within 45 days, you may lose the right to withhold damages, even if the damages were legitimate. Virginia also requires landlords to offer a move-in inspection opportunity and allow tenants to be present at move-out if they request it. This is where documentation matters. At Key Renter Richmond, we conduct detailed move-in inspections with photos and documentation so security deposit deductions are defensible and transparent. Security deposit mistakes are one of the most common legal issues landlords face, and they are almost always avoidable with proper documentation and systems. Quick pause here. If managing legal compliance feels overwhelming, that's exactly why we exist. At Key Renter Richmond Property Management, we handle lease compliance, security deposits, evictions, tenant screening, and ongoing property oversight. If you own rental property in the Richmond area and want help staying compliant, visit www.keyrenterrichmond.com/schedule. Now let's move to the third law. Law number 3, fair housing laws, federal and Virginia protections. Fair housing laws apply to every landlord, even if you only own one property. Federally protected classes include race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, and familial status. Virginia adds additional state-level protections, including source of income, sexual orientation, gender identity, and military status. This affects how you advertise your property, how you screen tenants, and how you respond to accommodation requests. For example, if a tenant with a disability requests a reasonable accommodation, say an emotional support animal, landlords must follow federal and state guidelines before denying that request. You cannot apply screening inconsistently. You cannot make decisions based on protected characteristics, and your written screening criteria must be applied evenly to all applicants. At Key Renter Richmond, we use consistent, documented screening standards and professional tenant screening tools to ensure compliance with fair housing laws. Consistency protects you. Law number 4, rent increases, lease terms, and fee regulations. Virginia does not currently have statewide rent control. That means landlords can generally raise rent at lease renewal, but there are important guidelines. You must follow the terms of your lease, provide proper notice, and avoid retaliatory increases. Virginia law also regulates late fees. Late fees are capped at 10% of the unpaid rent. Charging excessive late fees beyond that limit can expose landlords to legal issues. Additionally, required disclosures, like lead-based paint disclosures for older properties, must be included in lease documentation. Lease compliance is more than just having a contract. It's about making sure your lease reflects current Virginia law. At Key Renter Richmond, we use attorney-reviewed lease agreements designed specifically for Virginia to ensure compliance and protection. Final thoughts. So let's recap the 4 laws Virginia landlords should know. Follow Virginia's eviction process precisely. Handle security deposits correctly and return them within 45 days. Comply with federal and Virginia fair housing laws. Understand rent increase rules, fee limits, and lease requirements. Understanding these laws helps you avoid costly legal mistakes, protect your rental income, and operate your property like a business. And remember, laws can change. This video is a general overview for educational purposes only and is not legal advice. Always consult a licensed Virginia attorney for specific legal guidance. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe for more property management insights for Virginia landlords. And if you want professional help staying compliant and protecting your rental investment, visit keyrenterrichmond.com. I'm Calvin Davis with Key Renter Richmond Property Management. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.